this. I wake up yesterday morning with the worst headache, no shirt, and a note that I'm fighting a duel. Me? Fighting a duel? Don't know how I got into it, but it's all rot unless I can find a second. Proud son of four-steed traders, my name is gold in every watering hole and board house in Rathir, and, well, I'm not really allowed out of Rathir. You can't fight a duel without one. Now, you might be thinking, a popular fellow like Wayland, what trouble could he have finding a second? Well, turns out my friends are all drunken cowards. Look, you seem tough enough. Be my second, and I'll make it worth your while. Thank Lupoku. There is something else I should mention. There is no way in all Amalur I'll win this fight, so I've devised a plan. Before you go to Dalton, that's my opponent, find Gelfine in the Wending and ask for some rows of shadows. She'll know what you mean. Then go to the officers' hall in the burn and, on the sly, put some on Dalton's sword point when you inspect it. I swear I don't remember a thing. Apparently I challenged Dalton Ames, the war hero, over the honor of my sister. I do seem to remember him and his bulky arms sitting smugly in the sea foam, taunting me. Surely you've heard of him. Back from Cluricon, and everyone's talking about his exploits on the battlefield. They used to talk about my exploits with society daughters, but... All in good time, my friend. All in good time. The way I see it, I'm doomed to end up in Mel Senshir, and I'd rather cut the nose off my face than live a soldier's life. I want some freedom, and you're going to help me, right? Ah, so you've met my mother, then. All the grace and cheer of a sick Auroch. Thinks all of life is trade. Any scheme for fun I have, she's sure to try and ruin it out of love. After you've got the rows of shadows from Gelfine in the Wending, you've got to talk to Dalton in the officers' hall. Tell him I'm ready. He'll show you his dueling sword. Dab a bit of the rows of shadows on it. Then come back to me. Now, time for my part in this business.
Not a finer city in Amalur.
So much to choose from.
34 and 30, not a gold piece more.
Careful, it's slippery.
Aye, lad. Fine night, Dove, ain't it?
Fancy a gamble? Guess the table's the place for it.
Well, a topsider. Need something Gwalchmai's not got?
By Lyria, don't say it so loud. Someone could hear. All right, it's yours, if you can pay the price.
Remember, I never saw this. Or you. You got what you came for, now go!
Get away from me with that.
You showed know what our goddess truly is.
I suppose you don't meet a real war hero often, do you? Well, here for the formalities, then. My sword is in the back. She's new, the real beauty. Go on and inspect it. I'm sure you'll find it more than suitable. Me? They call me a war hero. Haven't you heard the songs? It was only 5 Bulgan, and I had a rusty knife. Huh. I don't see what all the fuss is about. He's as vile as his sister's delectable. I don't know how word got round to him, though. I thought I was discreet. Right in the next room on the wall. Won her off a Varani chap. Mind you, don't grasp the hilt. They say it's bad luck.
So, you're Wayland's dupe. Now, this is going to be a farce. I've a bet with Dalton whether Wayland soils his pants.
You've inspected the sword? Good. And I will see you on the dueling ground, second. Must say, I haven't shamed a drunken lout since I got to Rathia. Well, you go off to that lout and tell him we're ready. And then we meet at the dueling ground. Simple as that.
The bird's for army use, not civilian.
Do not miss Leogriff's many marvels.
Have a look. Is there anything that can't be found here?
City Watch, move along.
No, I not believe it.
And then,
Good day to you.
Well, you're not the only one who's been busy. I've called in every last favor in my book. Now there's only one last thing for after the duel. I have it all worked out. With your help, I'll be free of Rathir, free of the war, free as a lark. I need to prepare for the duel, and I can't be seen near the docks. I need you to find Jaber there and give him the name of the ship I chartered, the Maid of Fortune. That's where I escape once everyone thinks I'm dead. A very mild poison. Don't ask how I know or why Gelfine sells it. You appear dead for the length of a day, then you wake with a terrible headache. The Rose of Shadows will very quickly make me seem dead to that warrior oaf. I'll be moved from a coffin to a shipping crate. From shipping crate to Maid of Fortune's hold, from there, the high seas and beyond. No Rathir, no war, not a care. A simple thing, really. Find Jaber on the docks. Tell him the chartered ship is the Maid of Fortune. Fitting name, don't you think? When you're done, meet me at the dueling ground.
Port today, see tomorrow.
You've been talking to my son. What is he up to? I already know about this foolish duel. There's something else, isn't there? With a son like Waylon, you learn quickly. And in the end, this is all my fault. I should never have breathed a word to him about military service. So that's it. I should have known. Disgrace a war hero and slip out of Rathir. Well, I tell you what. Go on as you were, but give him the name of Ravenswing instead. I'll ship him right to Chloricon. A good shaking up, that's what he needs. When it's done, find me here. You'll be handsomely paid, I promise.
Don't miss the Seafoam Tavern.
Waylon sent you? What's the word? This is a devilish curious business, and I don't mind saying so. A friend, you might say. I've been called other words, but don't you mind that. Ravenswing? You're certainly named that ship? Well, and who am I to say otherwise? A friend of our friend, you might say. I've raised a glass or three with the lad now and then. Owe him a bit of a favor, too. You wish him luck for me. Make sure he's got the handle towards him and the point out the other way. Now, isn't that one of Forsted's own? I wouldn't have thought. But then you'd know best. Aye, if you'll go and second his duel. That's the bargain, ain't it? Let's do our parts. Good day then, Dove, and good luck with it.
Back to sea.
Good day to you.
No, I not believe it.
If you two try anything at all...
Take your place, second.
Good, you're here. Wish me luck.
What have I done? Lyria, this is awful. How the blazes did I kill him? This was a duel to first blood. I can't stay in Rathir. This will get out. I was a hero here. All those fine dinners, the adoring girls. They'll hear of this. I'll be a monster to them now. Dead? How is he dead? I hit him once. That's where I'm headed after this mess.
He's got to go back to Mel Sen Shir now. This is a scandal. Don't matter what he did in the war. Now he's killed a man inside Rathir's walls. He'll have to leave. Reckon I'll go with Dalton. I was his second, after all. That's where we're bound now. Can't linger here in Rathir.
Above decks, below.
Hello? You did the right thing. I know Chloricon is good for the boy. Now, Here is your reward, as promised. I think he'll learn the error of his ways this time. I'm sure he thought himself clever, as if I wouldn't find out. Very well.
It was then that Issa brought forth the talisman of fate and entered the marsh. This craven arena, a place of life and death. The winds carried the songs of the dying. The mire sucked the bones of armies below the sea loam. And the mist shielded the eyes of your ancestors from the horror as the two armies clashed. Mm.